So a couple of things I want to cover today, first of which would be the hint that was sort of discovered some time ago from the developer update video. I don't know if you guys remember, I don't even know if you guys even heard of this hint, but it was on Reddit for a bit, and I kind of assumed that most people knew about it, but come to find out that a lot of people didn't. So I figured I'd just make a video on it, as well as give my thoughts on, Sombra being potentially a stealth hero, or whether or not stealth has a place in Overwatch. So those are going to be the two topics I'm going to, hit today for today's video. And hopefully I don't get too sidetracked. But let's start with the hint, right? Let's start with the hint. Now, you guys may know that I did a video some time ago that uncovered well, I didn't uncover it, but it was about a uncovering of a hint, a coded hint in the Ana Origins trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, just check out the link down in the description. But today, or rather some time ago, again, I'm a little late to this, but it was on July 19th, so last week there was a developer update introducing Ana video, and towards the end there was like a like one of those TV interference screens. I don't even know what you call them. And then for a quick second you can see a barcode. Well, I shouldn't say it's a barcode, but it kind of looked like a barcode. Some sort of weird pattern, black and white striped pattern. Now, people on Reddit have pretty much decoded it to figure out what it means. Now, I'll try my best to explain this, but I'm not like I don't have any sort of background in coding or anything like this. So if I get any of the terminology wrong, or if I mess up my explanation, please forgive me. But if you guys want to actually read how it was done, I'll link the link down in the description. But basically what they did was they cut out all the vertical barcodes and ran them through some sort of translator, and that translator turned out that it was actually in hexadecimal. They converted the hexadecimal into binary, and it looks like that binary, if you change all the ones to black and all the zeros to white, that comes out as a QR code. You have to do some realigning of the positioning of it and all this fancy stuff, but it basically came out as a QR code, and you guys can see the QR code right here. It says in Spanish, I can't do Spanish, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me on the English translation, but what it translated to was that easy? Now that I have your attention, let's make things more difficult. And before I kind of say anything else, like Blizzard, man, you guys really invest a lot of time or money or energy into making something this complicated. Now, someone in the comments will probably be like, Candy, this is pretty easy to decode. Well, to me, it's like magic, okay? Like, this is like fucking witchcraft to me. And it's just insane that people, just on Reddit can like figure it out. Like, they figured it out within like a few hours of that trailer coming out. So that's just mind-boggling to me. Anyway, so for those who are interested in reading the whole spiel on how they did in the whole walkthrough, be sure to check out the link down in the description. But like, in my mind, at least to me, this pretty much means like Sombra's next. Like that's just kind of what I'm thinking. Like I think that this is confirmation that Sombra's gonna be the next hero. Now, does this mean that Sombra's gonna be the next hero? Who knows? Probably not. I mean, like, for the longest time, everyone thought Ana was Sombra, and Blizzard like pulled a fast one, and Ana's actually Pharah's mom. So who knows, maybe like in a month's time I'm completely wrong, but at least in my opinion, like, this is just more evidence to Sombra being the next person, given that she is some sort of Spanish-speaking hacker, right? That's kind of what we know about her, and all the evidence, all the codes, and all the coded Spanish hints. This is all teasers, I should say, not hints. These are all kind of pointing in that sort of direction, right? So the next topic I want to talk about would be about the whole everyone thinks the next hero is going to be a stealth hero type thing. And I know a bunch of other Overwatch YouTubers have done it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically cynical nerds. I don't know if they found the data mine PTR voice lines or if someone else did and they just reported it on it. But I'll link the video down in the description if you guys are interested in kind of checking out the whole story. But to make a long story short, someone found some voice lines on the PTR of a number of heroes referencing to an invisible hero. They'll say something along the lines of like, where are you? I know you're there, show yourself. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but a lot of people are thinking like, okay, oh god, does this mean that Sombra is going to be a stealth hero? And if she is a stealth hero, what the hell does that mean for Overwatch? Because a lot of games try to implement stealth heroes into the game, especially like first-person shooters. I've played a number of first-person shooters with stealth type classes, or what do you even want to call them, mercs or heroes in the game, and I don't know, man. Like, does it have a place in Overwatch? You know, I don't want to be a naysayer and be like, no, stealth is horrible, because Blizzard kind of pleasantly surprised us with a healing sniper. I mean, I think the community's perception of Ana has been generally positive, so I don't want to be like, oh, Blizzard can't make stealth work in Overwatch. But I feel like there's a few things that Blizzard would have to watch out for, and I'm sure, like, I mean, they have great minds behind the development team for Overwatch, so I'm sure they've kind of come across this already. But one of my biggest concerns is that the vast majority of stealth heroes, or stealth classes, or whatever you want to call them, that I've played in other games, they have very little value to offer the team, right? I mean, you can't have, like, a stealth tank. Like, that would just be ridiculous, actually. And you can't really have a stealth healer. I mean, I haven't really seen one work, or even attempted, you know what I mean? So, that kind of leaves you to wonder, like, you know, like, what else is there? So yeah, my concern really is, like, if Sombra does turn out to be a stealth hero, how much benefit can she offer to a team as far as being a team player, just because Overwatch is such a team-based game. Now, the other concern I have with, you know, Sombra being a stealth character, or whoever, if there is going to be a stealth character, I guess it doesn't have to be Sombra, is, like, does that type of character fit the map design? Because if you take a look at Overwatch's map, they're very, I don't want to say they're linear, because they're not necessarily linear, but it's not like an open space where, like, a stealth hero can kind of, like, flank around and hide and stuff. Like, I'm just kind of wondering, like, how would a stealth hero get around a choke point without being completely 100% invisible? And if they are 100 complete invisible, then, like, how would that necessarily go over with the player base and, like, the overall perception, right? Because I feel like whether or not a idea or mechanic is actually good for the game, that shit doesn't matter if the player base doesn't like it, right? So I don't know, that's just sort of my thoughts, guys. What are your thoughts? I mean, would you be open to a stealth character in Overwatch? Do you think stealth has a place in Overwatch? Or are you a little bit more apprehensive like me? And, okay, I shouldn't say apprehensive. I'm not completely apprehensive. You know, I have faith in the Blizzard development team, but I have a few questions. Let's just put it that way. I have a few questions. Now, some people down in the comments probably be like, Genji, they didn't even, like, confirm anything yet. All they had were just some voice lines in the PTR, and it could mean anything. And yeah, you are absolutely right. I mean, those voice lines don't necessarily mean that the next hero or any hero is going to be a stealth-based type hero. But, you know, I just figured it would be a point of interesting discussion. You know, I just want to throw my opinions out there, maybe get some feedback from you guys on what you guys think. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did, and I guess until next video, I'll see you around.